Hello friends, Andrea Lake here with an issue-inspired layout for the scrapbooking cards today. Inspired on the magazine for the scrapbooking cards today blog this time. I'm using the Peppermint Twist collection by Rosie's Studio, and you can see how the layout is gonna look like. I'm showing you the Dear Santa sticker. That is gonna be my title. This is an issue-inspired layout, as I said, and it's focused on title techniques. In this opportunity, I'm going to be focusing on stickers, and that is the title. When it comes to stickers, I gravitate towards stickers that are bold and are already title material. For, it's this collection has, as part of this sticker book, super pretty alpha stickers, two different sizes. And also you can see the phrase stickers that could work as subtitles. So you can also be inspired and use those if you're working with the same collection. I tend to, as I said, I tend to focus on the ones are already look like a title and are big, and some, they're ready. All right. Let me just show you here. My square for my background is that pink pattern paper is 10.5 by 10.5. Then you have a pattern paper behind it, framing it. It's 10 3/4 by 10 3/4. And then the cream cardstock is from Spellbinders. Now, I had all my ephemera sorted in those stacking trays. I'm gonna get my title. I'm not going to adhere it yet. I'm just placing things in different places, playing with it to see what looks good. And then I wasn't sure. This is one lately I've been gotten really, really good at planning my projects in advance. This was not the case. So I knew what pictures I wanted to use and I knew the title that I wanted to use, but not how I was going to embellish the page. Um, I did I grabbed my fringed scissors and was kind of testing if I wanted to um, work with, fringed strips on the background behind the photos. And then I realized I was just going to use them like halfway through the page, yes, behind the photos. So I'm just selecting a few papers, and then they're gonna be, I think I'm cutting 1 3/4 or 1.5 strips, uh, so I can see a lot of the pattern and the color. I'm not planning on using or adding too many strips, only 3 of them. So I want a lot of the color and pattern to be seen. I also wanted to make sure that from this pattern I could read the words in the right orientation. I didn't want them to look like the pattern, like it was on the pattern paper. So one thing that I decided to do here was to put together these pieces. I knew exactly the frame and the photo corners and my photos. I knew exactly how I wanted them to look. So it is easier to play with them if they are just one piece or two pieces rather than all those individual pieces. So I'm gonna bring my fringe scissors now, and I'll start playing with them. And I am not sure what was I thinking, but I got off camera. Um, so I apologize for that. But I am going all the way through that piece of paper until I get to the end, and then I am still not sure how much of the paper I want to cover from side to side. So I fringe the entire piece, and then I think it's about 9.5 or 9 1/4. I think it's about 9 1/4. inches. And then I'm going to do the same with the other strips. Now you will see me, probably you'll see me, I think I try to edit that, but I had to do the fringe process twice. You'll see, you can see the background. When I adhered the original strips, they were just way too low, and I didn't like it. And because I was using liquid glue to adhere them to the background, you can see that it was impossible for me to just remove them very easily. So, but don't worry, you won't see the background. Nobody's gonna know. So I decided to just move forward, do what I wanted to do, and worked on that. So as you can see, it is a lot of the, I can see a lot of the pattern, and I wanted that contrast with the colors, and I did want the blue being the pattern paper that was right behind those photos. With the white one, it offers kind of a contrast with your brown paper and then your pink background, and also brings a little bit of the red that you will see popping throughout the page with different embellishments that we're going to add. So I'm adding my photo is going to be adhered at an angle. Then the other one will also be adhered at an angle. I'm not adding, one thing I'm not doing here is add too much um, dimension. And I wanted to be mindful of, and that's why my hands are moving that way. I'm just showing you that I'm trying to keep around the same gap or margin between the top and the bottom. That is considering that, you know, the photos are at an angle. One is higher than the other. So I want to try to make sure that I get enough or around the same spacing at the top and the bottom. So I added foam squares behind the Dear Santa sticker and then adhere it. I'm now tying a bow on this super pretty tag, which is what I'm going to use for my journaling. That's going to be on the left side of the page. Right there. Oh, now I did add the foam squares behind the sticker, but now it's when I am adhering it to the background. Okay, there it is. And it is a matter of now finding the rest of the embellishments to complete the page. I have my photos, I have the space for my journaling, I have my title. It is a sticker, a focus title. And as I said in the beginning, when it comes to, there are different, depending on the brand that or the manufacturer you are working with, you get different types of stickers. You get either foam stickers, chipboard stickers, cardstock stickers, all of those. And then you find different, you can get super creative and work and create super fun and personalized titles if you use alpha stickers. Um, I love the look of a title that is big and that it's a one piece. I don't know why. So most of my layouts um, are, the title is put together that way. I try to find a title that it's already there, ready for me to just adhere to a background. It is very rare that I play with individual letters to put together a title. One thing that I do like to do is most of the time try to have a subtitle or smaller pieces that add to the title. So you get your bold statement with the big title, and then you have something under it either a cardstock sticker, but most of the time are phrase stickers that play with or add to that main title. So just a few more things. I am adding foam adhesive on that floral ephemera piece to add it to the top right of that photo. Then I wanted that piece that brings a little bit of gold that you also get from the title, and there is a little bit of it on the flowers. So I wanted to, oh, and on the red ephemera piece on the left of the page, that text is also, it's on gold. So you get some of the red. I need to find, and I think that's what I'm getting there, a red phrase sticker, and I'm gonna add that at the bottom. So that way I'm bringing some of the red that I have on the left side of the page, I bring it to the right at the bottom right there. And then one thing I did off camera, I think when you see the video of a close-up of the layout, you'll see that I did add some enamel dots as well. But yeah, this is my page. There will be a couple more things. We are going to add, yes, the date, the year. I wanted to play with those tickets, did not use them, but I did find from the alpha page, and these are the alpha stickers I am talking about. You can see that I already used a few of them. So on the actual magazine, in the 3Ts section, you will see another one of my layouts. It is a fall one. I used a Simple Stories collection, but somewhere else on the magazine, I haven't seen it yet, but somewhere else there is a layout with using this collection. It is a winter layout that I made, and I used the collection. And see, I don't always do it, but I did it this time. That time when I made that layout, I did use individual letters um to add something to the layout. So did use them, also alpha stickers right there. Okay, final details, the dates, those have the year, so 2024, and there is the final layout. So you can see the trios of enamel dots, little bit of dimension. You can see my doggies there. The one on the right, that is Astro, and October is their birthday month. So Astro is 7 years old and Indy is 2. There you go. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you next time. Please let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.